Hey, you didn't think I'd leave you hanging on a Saturday morning with March Madness still going on, did you? Let's go. Let's make some money. What'd he say? Let's go. Saturday morning coffee and sports betting with me, Bob, from oddsjam. Good morning to y'all. What a night. What a night. Unbelievable night. Morning coffee picks, folks. Well, I'll tell you about it here in a second. We had a heck of a morning. Morning coffee picks went 6-0. Picked up 4.9 units. We are now 551, 461, and 17 up 65.4 units. We rock! We rock, baby! Woo! You're darn right we do. Yes, we do. Unbelievable. That's with the losses that we had. Still rocked and rolled. I'm up to $900 this month. Profit, I love it. Oh, I'm sorry. You had a terrible night? I'm sorry, Tony. Not a terrible night here, buddy. Not at all. Oh, I went 1-3 in college basketball. But you know what? Let's crank it up. Yeah, let's rock it. Good deal, pal. Look at that. All right. You know what we're going to do? We're going to fade out the music, and we're going to get right to it because we're not going to go through the things that I do on a daily basis. Powell says that he parlayed again and put 2 units on the parlay, and he's on almost 80 units in 3 days. Glad that Arizona delivered. Yes, it did deliver. Tony, Bama, Houston, Princeton, dead to me. So the only game that I had right yesterday was Texas minus 3.5, and the parlay we did in last minute betting. I don't know why I went with Xavier. I'd already picked Texas minus 3.5. So much for that, right? Anything can happen now. We've got Elite 8 talk. We're going to have to get into it here in a little bit. But more than anything right now, morning coffee went 6-0, man. I mean, a 6-0 day morning. We haven't gone undefeated in a while. It's been a while, and it was very, very nice to do that. Okay. Very, very nice. Alabama and Houston losing. I had bets on both of them. I understand completely. It killed me, but it is what it is. Tony, you got a hell of a decision today with FAU and K-State. I'm not tailing you, I don't think. I don't know. I'm not sure whether to tail you or not. Cheers. Right? Right. Paul likes same game parlay, both teams under 4.5 goals, and Toronto plus 1.5 on the puck line. Okay. We'll look. I like that you like that. Good for you there. Yeah. Crazy stuff last night. And we will get into the the recap here in a second. But I got to tell you, I'm not sure what to think right now with what's going on in the tournament. Oh, plus 877.96, by the way, for the month. Man, could I make it to a grand profit this month? That would be cool, wouldn't it? That would be really cool. You know what? I'm going to share my screen. I just gotta show you this, folks. 95.83, up 6,400 total bets now. Let's see where the positive EV profit is at 72.45. Cool. So that's climbing up too. And the majority of what we won yesterday, these wins, all the losses, forget them losses. Those are the college basketball ones mainly. But all these wins here, all that green, every single one of those plays, except for one, Powell's Coyotes plus 2.5. All of these plays were positive EV plays, except for that one. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool. Yeah, I know, man. I'm not sure what to think. Tristan's here. Rise and shine. Let's have a good day. Yeah, Xavier shouldn't have went with that. I'd already picked Texas. So here's what I went yesterday. 1-3 in college basketball picks, and I went 2-2 the day before. So Sweet 16, 3-5. All right. I just started doing the videos in the Sweet 16. So 3-5, Sweet 16. So let's see what happens in the Elite Eight, because I will have a video for today's games, tonight's games. And we're going to talk about that here in just a little bit, because, I mean, let's face it, that is where the talk is at. It is on college basketball right now. And, it's a huge, huge time of the year. It is March Madness. It's a fun time of the year. I got to admit that. Although those losses last night brought Mike back into our pool, my daughter back into our pool, my wife back into our pool, and is pushing me down, and my grandson is still in first place. And I got to tell you, I think I may get shut out of this tournament now. Here's the thing, and I'm going to throw this at you right now, folks. I have Gonzaga in the Final Four. If Gonzaga gets into the Final Four, I am in the money in my pool. But who are they playing now? Oh, you know how tough this is? I mean, this is a tough pick for me, and I know Randall, and love you, Randall. He's all over Connecticut, and he has been on, he's talked about Connecticut a lot this year. But we've talked about Gonzaga too at times, okay? And how earlier in the year they probably weren't getting as much respect. I think this could be one hell of a game. But I don't know what to bet. I'm torn. All right, here's Greg Voice. XFL today, I like Battlehawks -3. Also Orlando plus 9.5 and over 42.5. All right. Ryan is here. Ryan Claus. Are you related to Santa Claus? Gonzaga money line, Battlehawks money line. Woo. Tristan, Houston over 73.5, over 72.5, Kansas total, and under 77.5 Connecticut. Ryan is fading UConn. UFC today. Oh, yeah, I saw you were on that. Uh, yeah. I'm going to have to jump on that. Yes, you will be too. Yes, absolutely, Greg. We got to make this happen. We need to do the evening show. That's when we're bringing content creators on. So yes, get on there. And entire world on UConn. And Ryan is fading UConn. See, so now I'm perplexed. Okay, you know what? Here's what I got to do. I got to have a sip of coffee, and now I got to go and do the recap because you know what? Cheers. I'm perplexed, and then we'll get in to some possible morning coffee picks. I'm not sure whether we're going to make an Elite Eight pick or not. Okay, today. All right, let's do the recap right now, which is brought to you by shop.oddsjam.com. Folks, you wanted it, you got it. It's here. OddsJam merchandise with the 5-panel camper hat, that black glossy mug, otherwise known as what, folks? The morning coffee cup. I mean, come on. Yeah, right? The distressed dad hat, the embroidered beanie, the short sleeve unisex t-shirt, the stainless steel tumbler. That's a cool item just added. The trucker cap and the unisex hoodie. All shop at oddsjam.com. Shop.oddsjam.com. Excuse me. Grab your gear. Get it shipped to you now. All right. In college basketball, San Diego State over Alabama, 71-64. Buddy of mine had San Diego State plus 7.5. Why I wasn't on that with him, I don't know. Miami just destroyed Houston. Jordan Thackeray has got to be just licking his chops, right? Xavier loses to Texas, 83-71. The one game I got right. And just missed on this Princeton game. Creighton, 86-75 over Princeton. Should have took Princeton when I could get them, like plus 12 or plus 13, but I didn't. So I made a mistake there. In the NHL, Sabres beat the Devils 5-4. Tuck with 2 goals and an assist. Blue Jackets over the Islanders 5-4. And what I thought was going to be an under game winds up being an over game. 2 goals by Brock Nelson in a losing cause. And the Avalanche and the Coyotes, they beat them 3-1. Makar with a goal and 2 assists, and McKinnon with a goal and 2 assists. In the NBA, Celtics whipped up on the Pacers, 120-95. That was a little small butterfly for us there yesterday in that game. Tatum with 34. Wizards 136-124 over the Spurs. Johnson with 30-10 in a losing cause. Raptors 118-97 over the Pistons. Siakam with 32. Grizzlies 150-114 over the Rockets. Kennard with 30. Wow, what a score. Hornets over the Mavericks 117-109. Doncic with 34-10-8 in a losing cause. Bucks 144-116 over the Jazz. Giannis 24-6-11. Fontecchio 26 in a losing cause. Warriors 120-112 over the Sixers. Embiid with 46-9-8 in a losing cause. Bulls 124, Trailblazers 96. Levine with 33. Kings over the Suns 135-127. Booker with 32 in a losing cause. Sabonis with 27-9-9. And the Lakers 116-111 over the Thunder. Anthony Davis with 37 points and 15 rebounds. Tell you what, if he plays like that, you got to be looking at his PRA. Once again, brought to you by shop.oddsjam.com. OddsJam merchandise at your fingertips right now, folks. You asked for it, it's here. Shop.oddsjam.com. All right. That's the recap. Some of you didn't want to see that recap and didn't want to hear about it, but that's what happened. Okay. All right. I bought FAU up to plus 4.5. Can't decide a winner there yet, but I'm still sitting on that plus FAU to Final Four ticket. I know you are. K-State historically sells in tournament. Can't back them today. All right. Powell, Vancouver plus 1.5 puck line sounds nice. Okay. Bob, random questions. What do you think about Winnipeg at LA today? Also, Edmonton at home against Vegas. You know what? I probably like both the home teams today. Good morning, Alan. Let's get it. Cheers to you. So we are going to put in right now, and I'm going to get on a hockey video next after I'm done with the show. But we're going to put in Powell's Vancouver pick. And then we're going to look at the lines on the games today, the Elite Eight. Let's go to Vancouver first. And let's take Vancouver plus 1.5 and make it a morning coffee pick. It's only minus 150. But we're going to take it. I actually like the under in this game myself, but we'll add this to the bet tracker. All right. And let's go back to March Madness, because this is Elite Eight talk, folks. So here we are. Florida Atlantic and Kansas State, okay? I mean, you're getting plus 117 on Bet Rivers on the money line. You could pick up Florida Atlantic plus 2 at minus 109. You can get Kansas State minus 1. Oh, you know what? I got to do something here. Let me show you how to do this. Go to your profile, go to your manage filters, and let's put this in here. Fliff. I want to exclude that book so it doesn't show up. And that's what you do. I didn't know whether you all knew how to do that or not. All right, let's go back to this game. Let's see if it'll go load back up for me. There it goes. Now, Fliff is gone. Thank you. Yeah, so looks like minus 1.5. We can get at, if you're taking Kansas State, minus 1.5 on FanDuel, minus 110. We're going to look here in a second for some player props too. And here's Connecticut and Gonzaga. And, you know, I know it was at 2.5. And it's still 2.5. Well, I tell you what, with it being normal juice, obviously, most everybody is staying away from the point spread. And I would imagine the people that are on Connecticut are going to go on the money line, but there's not a lot of value on that money line. I mean, it's minus 137 is as good as you can get it, where the point spread is minus 110. You know, how many people are taking the point spread is the question. Not ready to make a pick here yet until I do my college basketball, my Elite Eight Saturday games video. Not ready to commit yet. I'm interested in what you all have to say out here. Paul likes Edmonton and LA as well, with mine going over in both of them. Okay, Paul. Cool. So, any opinions? I know that Ryan is on Gonzaga. He is fading UConn. So, you know, he's got Gonzaga money line, Battlehawks money line. And I'm going to go and go ahead and put that Battlehawks play in there and make it a morning coffee pick. And then I want to go to the positive EV page. So, yeah, Battlehawks money line is minus 155. We'll jump on that for a morning coffee pick. All right. Let's jump on that. Let's go to the positive EV page. Let's turn on the recommended filters. Oh, my goodness. Drew Timme, over 21.5 player points. We're jumping on that right now. I'm hitting that right now without even going to the recommended filters, because if 21.5 is his number, he's going over that today, folks, and it's still there. That is a college basketball player prop that you got to jump on. All right, you got to jump on that right now. There is a Prize Picks play with Tyler Hero over 2.5 player made threes. I would jump on that and put it in a Prize Picks. Over 55.5 first quarter total points. I like that between the Pelicans and the Clippers. We'll make that a morning coffee pick. Remember, we were 6-0 yesterday with 5 of the 6 picks coming from the positive EV page. So don't give up on those positive EV bets, folks. Okay, so Vancouver plus 1.5, morning coffee pick. Powell, I believe you said you were in Poland, did you not? St. Louis Battlehawks, money line, morning coffee pick. Greg Voice on that. Ryan on that. Drew Timme, we got to hit this. Over 21.5. I think he's probably going to go. I think if Gonzaga wins, Timme goes into the high 20s, low 30s. Because I'll be honest with you, and then we've got first quarter total points, Pelicans and Clippers. That's on BetMGM. So we've got Canucks on BetMGM plus 1.5 puck line. Battlehawks on DraftKings money line. Drew Timme over 21.5 player points on FanDuel. And BetMGM, Pelicans and Clippers, first quarter total points over 55.5. That's 4 morning coffee picks on a Saturday. Now I got some chat going. Okay. All right. 20.5 on FanDuel. Okay. Well, it's 21.5 also on FanDuel at plus 104. If they're going to win, Ryan, he's going to have to do it. Yeah, he's going to ball out. I agree with you. Yes, over everything, says Adam. I agree. You know, I mean, if they're going to win, that's what it's going to take. And once again, I had Gonzaga going to the Final Four, and as a matter of fact, I got to check this real quick because I haven't looked today, and you know, honestly, everybody's bracket is busted. Yeah, I had well, I did have UConn and Gonzaga in the Elite Eight. So I have that game right there. And I had Gonzaga beating UConn. So, you know, it's a tough pick. Tough. Even if they lose, Timmerman gets in the 20s. Yeah, I think you're right. Timmy. Yeah, you said Timmerman. No, he's definitely high 20s, low 30s. Yeah. And if he's got a PRA, we got to look at that too. As a matter of fact, let's get on the screen here and let's just take a look at Ryan had another play. Strother over 15. All right. We'll look at that here in just a second. You could go to the drop down here to March Madness. We could click on this game. If we want to navigate to another game, we can do this, that drop down. Let's go to this drop down, which will get us into all the markets. And let's look at the player points. Sonogo, an interesting, he's a beast. He can be a beast. Yes, there is a 20.5 on FanDuel, 21.5 everywhere else, but plus 104 for the 21.5. I just think that's just too good. Now, Strother, you had over 15, looks like 14.5 is the number on Strother, and it looks like we can get that pretty well at minus 115. So let's go ahead and add that as a morning coffee pick, because I like that play. Yeah, Sonogo is he's a beast. He can be a beast. The thing about Gonzaga is my God. They ratcheted up the defense, and they just played at a pace that the other night that I wasn't expecting. If they have that kind of desperation, it's going to be a tough game. Yes, you are pulling. I thought only thing I can discuss, they're not really into basketball, but I follow you blindly. All right. Thank you, Ryan. I love it too. All right. Now, once again, I want to go back to this comment from Tony earlier. He is sitting on a few plays, and I don't know what he did in golf today because I didn't get up early enough. But he's got Ogden, Giles, Duraev, and Sandhagen all tonight in UFC, or today in UFC. And I don't want to shortchange Greg voice, because he's also liking Orlando plus 9.5, and I think you had Orlando plus 7.5 or something last week. Maybe it was 9.5, but could be riding that one again. All right, go back to the positive EV page. See if we can find anything else. Oh, here we go. Oh my, now another one just popped up. Elijah Martin over 13.5. We got to hit it, folks. We got to hit it. It's a college basketball player prop, and it's so hard to not bet on those right now, because it seems like there's a bunch of overs that are hitting. Although I did not hit any of my prize picks last night. Rather disappointing. All right, morning coffee pick. Let's review what we're hitting. We got enough here. Vancouver plus 1.5 on BetMGM. Morning coffee pick. Battlehawks money line. Morning coffee pick. Drew Timme over 21.5 points on FanDuel. Morning coffee pick over 55.5. First quarter total points, New Orleans and the Clippers on BetMGM. Morning coffee pick. Julian Strother over 14.5 player points on BetMGM. Morning coffee pick. And Elijah Martin over 13.5 player points on FanDuel. Morning coffee pick. There you go. Now, you can't argue with that, folks. That's a good, solid slate of bets. You got to admit. What do we got there? 1, 2, 3. We got a half a dozen bets. We went 6-0 yesterday. Let's just one more time show you where we're at, folks. This is the morning coffee show. We do this Monday through Friday, and sometimes on Saturdays, and maybe occasionally on a Sunday. I haven't decided. I got to play music tonight. I'm rocking and rolling tonight, so It's going to be a late night. I'll have to see about tomorrow. But we are 551, 461, and 17. Up 65.4 units. I don't know what show you're going to go to. And this is a combination of people that have been in the chat, people like Tony and Stephen Batza and Pierre and Randall and Scotty Carell and Adam McClain, everybody that shows up here. Greg Voice, Ryan now, everybody that shows up here. It's a combination of them and me being the final decider and a decision maker, I should say. It's not like George W. Bush there, didn't I? Decider in chief. uh, and also, positive EV bets, plays that we found on the positive EV page where we're over, as you could see, over 1,000 total bets legitimately placed every single day, and we're up 65.4 units. And I don't know anybody out there. I don't know anybody out there that has that kind of show, that the audience is that heavily involved in it and helps make these decisions on what we're going to bet. It's very cool. Let's see what Greg says. Orlando bench Paxton Lynch last week, and the backup quarterback Dormandi went off. Tougher defense this week against Seattle, but Seattle turns the ball over a lot. Expect a shootout and for it to be close. 9.5 points is a lot, though. Yes, and we all drop bangers. What a crew. Absolutely, Tony. We do drop bangers here for sure. All right. Cheers to you all. And you know what? Don't forget about the other shows that you can see going to the oddsjam Twitter page. Okay. Go there and find out who else is out there. Whoa, Brandon Katz. Connecticut is getting very little respect because it didn't play in a major conference. Very few people watch them play during the regular season. Bangers only, says Tristan. ESPN acts like the ACC and the Big Ten are the only conferences in college basketball. That's part of why teams like San Diego State and UConn are undervalued. Remember days like that, I'm going to quit my job. There you go, pal. Brandon, I hate to differ with you, but people have been on Connecticut all year long, and people think that the Big East is a good conference. I mean, I'm one of them, and look at who's come out of there. But we are talking about UConn and Gonzaga, and I had this matchup penciled in my bracket. This is a tough game. Connecticut's defense is really good, but what Gonzaga did the other night, they're probably not going to be able to get down like that and come back. But does Connecticut have an answer for Time? And I just don't know. It's interesting. Gensel today to shoot some shots for plus money. Positive EV page, find this morning, Bet Rivers, Barstool. Okay. All of ESPN wants UConn to win it all. Won't happen. Big East games are on Fox. They're on Fox. They're on the Fox Major Network on Saturdays. They're on every weekend. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with, are they on ESPN? That's part of the contracts these guys got, UConn lost 2 games this year to his Xavier. Ooh, we got some stuff going on. Creighton takes it all. No, that ain't happening. No. Hashtag Banger Bros, hashtag Bangers Only Fans. Tim A won't hold up defensively, still in college, because he can't shoot or defend. UConn is a solid offensive team too. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I've watched them a lot. Yeah, Fox has the contract with the Big East. not ESPN. That's why they're on Fox every Saturday, man. That's where you find Big East basketball. You know, and you could say the same thing. The SEC is on the SEC network the most of the time. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. I can tell you one thing. I don't disrespect UConn. I think they're a hell of a team. This is a tough game for me to pick, and I got to go think about it because I got to go do a video and make a pick, and I need to get back to 500. So there you go. It's time to go. That was good discussion there, guys. Very good. Way to go. Excellent discussion. On a Saturday morning coffee show, right? Elite 8 Talk. We did it. I'm not saying anything. There. How you like that? I'm not committing. That's just their contract, man. That's just the way it is. All right, you too. Yes, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. Let's rock it out, man. Let's go. We got to get some cowbell. There we go, folks. That's the show for you. Thank you, Tony, and everybody. Thanks to Alan. Thanks to Tristan. Thanks to Brandon. Thanks to Ryan. Thanks to Powell. Thanks to Greg. Thanks to Adam. Yes. Thank you all for showing up and making this live stream fun. Have a great day. Thank you, bro. Let's go.